Every night you fall asleep. Your subconscious mind does not fall asleep with you. It stays fully active, fully operational, processing, consolidating, reorganizing every single piece of information you fed it during the day. And here is the part that most people have never been told. In the hours between falling asleep and entering deep REM sleep, your brain enters a state of extraordinary neurological receptivity, a state where new programs can be installed with a fraction of the resistance they would encounter during your waking hours. The ancient mystery schools called this the hour of the threshold. Neuroscientists call it the hypnagogic state. Dr. Joe Dispenza documented it as the most powerful window for subconscious reprogramming available to any human being. And most people spend it scrolling through content that has nothing to do with the life they are trying to build. In the next 7 minutes, I am going to show you exactly how the sleep reprogramming process works, why it is neurologically more powerful than any daytime practice, and the precise method that takes less than 15 minutes and begins rewiring your relationship with money from the very night you use it. Stay until the end, because the last 2 minutes contain the specific sequence that the ancient initiates used and that modern neuroscience has now confirmed produces measurable changes in the brain's financial belief architecture within 3 to 4 weeks. I want to ask you something you have probably never been asked. What is the last thing you think about before you fall asleep? Your bills, your debt, the financial decision you made this week that you are not sure about, the gap between where you are and where you want to be. If that sounds familiar, you have been programming your subconscious every single night for the exact financial reality you are currently living. Not by accident, by neurological law. Whatever emotional state you inhabit in the last 20 minutes before sleep, your subconscious receives it as an instruction, a program to run, a frequency to maintain, a reality to confirm. The process Dispenza calls falling asleep conscious, the deliberate act of choosing what emotional program the subconscious receives as you cross the threshold into sleep, is one of the most powerful and most completely ignored reprogramming technologies available to the human mind. And it has been available to you every single night of your entire life. Subscribe to Hermetic Mind right now and comment below, what is the last thought you typically have before sleep? Be honest, because your answer is a direct readout of the program currently running in your subconscious financial architecture. Let me show you what actually happens in the brain during sleep. When you close your eyes at night, the brain does not simply rest. It begins a complex, highly organized process of memory consolidation. Everything you experienced that day, every emotion, every belief that was activated, every financial thought you had, gets sorted, organized, and reinforced into your existing neural architecture. What you felt strongly about gets wired more deeply. What you rehearsed emotionally becomes more automatic. What you inhabited as reality just before sleep becomes the baseline program for the day to come. This is why the last 20 minutes before sleep are the most neurologically consequential 20 minutes of your entire day. Not the morning meditation, not the afternoon affirmations, the last 20 minutes. When the critical faculty of the conscious mind begins to relax, when the defenses of the analytical brain start coming down, when the gap between conscious and subconscious begins to close, this is when the program installs most deeply. This is when what you are feeling becomes what you believe at the cellular level. And most people are filling this window with financial anxiety, social media comparison, or the unconscious rehearsal of everything that went wrong today. They are programming their subconscious for more of the same every night, without knowing it. The ancient Hermetic initiates called the state just before sleep the second gate. The first gate, the morning Theta Window. The second gate, the evening hypnagogic threshold. They trained their initiates for years in the precise art of using both gates, not randomly, not generally, with surgical precision. The second gate, the evening threshold, was considered the more powerful of the two, because what enters through the second gate has the entire night to consolidate, to wire, to install, to become the baseline reality from which the next day begins. The ancient Hermetic instruction for the second gate was this: before you cross the threshold, dwell in the feeling of what is already true at the level of identity. Not what you want, not what you hope, not what you are trying to attract. What the wealth is not coming. It is already the nature of the consciousness you are inhabiting. Feel that as the last thing you feel before the gate closes for the night, and let your subconscious mind spend 8 hours building the neural architecture of someone for whom that is simply true. Hit the like button right now if you can feel the difference between going to sleep worrying about money and going to sleep from the settled identity of someone who has already made peace with abundance as their nature. Because that difference, small as it seems in this moment, represents a completely different neurological program being installed every night. And over 30 nights, over 90 nights, the difference in who you wake up as is not subtle, it is total. Here is the practice, exactly, step by step, the Neuro-Wealth Sleep Protocol. Begin 30 minutes before you intend to sleep, not in bed yet, somewhere quiet, somewhere you associate with rest. For the first 10 minutes, do nothing that stimulates the analytical mind. No phone, no screens, no news, no financial planning, no conversations about money, no content of any kind. This 10 minutes of deliberate disengagement begins the process of lowering the brain from beta wave state, where the critical mind defends against new programs, to alpha and theta waves, where new programs install without resistance. You are not meditating, you are preparing the neurological environment for what comes next. For the next 10 minutes, generate the emotional state of your chosen financial identity, not by visualizing, by inhabiting. The specific warmth in the chest of someone who woke up this morning in financial abundance. Not excitement about having it, the quiet normalcy of it. The way a person who has never worried about money in their adult life moves through the world. The settled, unhurried, completely at ease relationship with financial reality that someone operating from wealth identity carries in their body every moment. Generate that feeling, build it, let it become physical in your chest, your hands, the quality of your breathing. Hold it for 10 minutes. And then, as you climb into bed, as you feel the body beginning to let go, as the threshold approaches, let your last conscious emotional state be that feeling. Not a thought, not an intention, not a visualization, a feeling. The feeling of already being the version of you for whom money is simply a natural expression of who you are. Cross the threshold with that feeling, and your subconscious mind, which will spend the next 8 hours consolidating tonight's emotional experiences into tomorrow's baseline reality, receives that feeling as an instruction. Install this, wire this,
Make this the default. And every night you do this, the program becomes more deeply wired, more automatic, more neurologically solid, until the morning comes when you wake up and something is different. Not dramatically, not all at once, but something in the way you reach for your coffee, something in the decisions you make before you have even thought about them, something in the opportunities you suddenly notice that were always there but invisible to the frequency you were broadcasting. The subconscious has updated its program, and the world, which has always been responding to your subconscious program, is now responding to a different one. 30 nights, 15 minutes each, the second gate used deliberately. This is the Neuro-Wealth Protocol.